the moon. We receive sunlight from the moon. Sunlight reflects onto the moon and bounces off at different angles, and we are able to see it. As we've learned, the angle that light comes to us, let's say the angle of sunlight at dawn versus noon, makes us receive energy that feels quite different. So not only do the different phases of the moon make us feel good, but the energy of the reflected light off of the moon is its own energy source. Think that we don't go out to the sun and gaze and then have all of our nutrition met. We eat plants and many eat animals. We allow plants to receive the vitality of the sun and make it into food for others to eat. In a similar way, the light from the moon provides its own special energy that we have become accustomed to over millions of years. What do we know about the moon? When we're out at night and exposed to the different phases of the moon, studies have shown that menstrual cycles become more regular. Not only that, but sperm production goes up. So simply being exposed to the rhythms of the changing mood affects our own cycles and our reproduction. Chances of conception go up with this energy pattern. Simply looking at the moon stimulates neurons in the retina of our eyes. This in turn affects the endocrine system and the production of melatonin in our pineal gland. With more melatonin, we sleep better. During a new moon, when it's black and with little or no moonlight coming to us, people have anywhere between 5 and 30 minutes more sleep. Further, studies show when there's no moon, deep sleep increases by 30%. No moonlight, more melatonin, better sleep. Whereas if you have some projects that really need to be completed, a great time to do them is as the moon gets full, particularly the full moon. It energizes, makes people alert, and provides an energy that can be quite a blessing, providing we use it properly. Every 30 days, the moon cycles through the 12 astrological signs. Every 2.5 days, we get the energy of the moon and a light undertone of the energy of one of the astrological signs. This energy may also be tapped in to amplify something you desire. For example, if I need to work hard and study, I might want to start my projects or work on it while the moon is in Capricorn. In astrology, the moon rules emotions, food, home. The moon rules our instincts, the mother energy, our nurturing abilities, femininity, the past, roots, safety, and our deep subconscious mind. Each phase of the moon affects plants differently. It also affects us differently. The gravitational impact of the full moon helps plants absorb more water. Think that when there's a full moon, our tides are higher. This energy from the moon affects our weather. Documentation shows that we have more hurricanes on no moon and full moons, and much more rainfall on waning or waxing moons. Earlier, we talked about using the energy of the moon for gardening. For those of you who love to garden, here's some tips to make your plants go much better by using the moon and her gifts to enhance our crop yield. New moon. The direction and force of the gravitational pull from the moon. It helps seeds germinate quicker, breaking them apart, and they expand. Tides rise more, and the seeds get more water. A waxing moon, when the energy is growing. Energy expands growth above the ground. This is a great time to plant lettuce, celery, or any plants that have their vegetables mature above ground. Half moon to full moon. This is not the best time to plant seeds. It is much better to put them aside and plant them about 3 days before the full moon. Full moon. The gravitational pull is very high. Roots grow, but the above ground portion of the plants stabilize. Full moon is a great time to plant your root vegetables. Waning moon. This moon draws energy into the soil. It's very good for, again, underground veggies, carrots, radishes, onions, potatoes. The plant above ground gets balance and rest. The waning moon's a great time to prune. Even the sun gives us hints of different times to plant. Weeding is done really good at noon, where the weeds quickly shrivel and leave their nutrients behind in the soil. Transplanting plants at high noon is not good for the plants. They do much better during dawn or early morning hours. Plants heal quickly in the heat. Pruning is done good around the noon hour or the hottest portions of the day. Since we generally don't pay any attention to the phases of the moon, sometimes they help us, sometimes they hurt us. We never really pay attention to notice how powerful they are. When we start to live and breathe with the sun and the moon, our life is greatly enhanced. New moon. The new moon's a great time to begin a business, a relationship, a marriage. The new moon is a time to prepare. It's a time to initiate things, take action, plan the entire thing out, conceive exactly what you want and how you want to get there. The new moon is a good time for youth and for birth. The waxing moon. Your hair and nails grow faster during the phase of the waxing moon. Cutting them at this time is very healthy for them. The Lithuanian mothers used to wean their baby boys during a waxing moon, as energy is amplified, and then they become hungry and hungrier, and they eat more and become sturdy and strong. These same mothers would wean their baby girls during a waning moon. This decreased their appetite, and they became slender and delicate. The waxing moon is a good time for a party or a partnership where things grow and come together. The time of the moon waxing is good for surgeries that augment, hip replacement, adding a vow, even getting a tattoo. The full moon has many, many gifts. It's a great time to trust and develop your intuition. Meditation is enhanced during the full moon. Focus and concentration is also augmented. Spiritual growth can be augmented during the full moon. The full moon is good for things that need completion. Forgiveness. Maturing and completing projects, pulling it all together successfully. The full moon's a good time for attendance at parties, although sometimes hot emotions can erupt. The full moon is a good time to accept a marriage proposal or enter into a partnership to ensure that your chances increase that you will be treated fairly. Waning. The waning moon, as it gets smaller, is a really good time to begin that diet. To think of all the foods that no longer serve you and you no longer want. It's a good time to mow the lawn, to trim trees. The waning moon is a good time to quit a job and a relationship. The waning moon is an excellent time to get rid of bad habits, to quit smoking, to quit drinking, to get rid of addictions. The waxing moon is a good time to just let go and let everything that doesn't serve you fall away. An eclipse. An eclipse is a good time for rebooting, reorganizing, realigning. The eclipse is a great time to get back on track.